Alright, so today I just wanted to go through my warm-up for my overhead position in snatch, but also affects clean and jerk if you're tight there. And the whole basis of it is that we're going to be slowly using a band, overhead squatting, and narrowing our grip in intervals until we can keep our grip more narrow. And hopefully it'll be very tight when you're down at the bottom, and it's basically 1 minute on, 1 minute off, for like 45 seconds on, minute 15 off is usually kind of the cycle I use, depending on the day. And you'll be down here in your position, and you'll come down, give it a minute, and you should feel very warm in here. It should be very loose. It should feel looser every time. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Your first grip you should use is just past a comfortable grip. So this should be any day. You can come down here anytime, morning, whatever. Maybe not necessarily morning, but you're just going to be right down here. And I mean, it's not loose for me, but it's like I'm chilling down here. I can go forward, I can go back. This is a very strong position for me. A very more comfortable position for me. So if you need to, use a big band, have your grip out here if you need to. But this is a good spot for me. So I'll stay down here. Obviously, it's not too hard for the first one. It shouldn't be. I'll stay down here for a minute. So I'll fast forward like 30 seconds. All right, so we're done. And every time when we drop it, what I want to do is, so I'm in big external rotation. I want to come through, and I want to roll my shoulder through and feel that roll, and then come down. Now we do a minute rest. Be right back. All right, so this time, depending on the tightness, if that first one was really tight, go in half a hand. But I'm going to go in like about a hand's distance on this band. And I'm going to do the same exact thing. 1 minute. I like to start from the top. So get in the top, get the head through, come down. And this should be tight. This should not be super comfortable. It should feel like you're trying, like it's hard, to stay in this position. So I feel it through my front delt. I feel it through my rear delt. It's not horrible. It's not a super uncomfortable position. I can stay down here for 5 minutes if I really need to, but it's uncomfortable. And that's the whole point. You're stretching everything. Your lat, your chest, your shoulders, anything that's tight, you're stretching. So I come down. Pretend it's been a minute. I'm going to stand. I'm going to shake out my shoulders. I'm feeling that warmth coming to my shoulders. I'm going to give it a minute. Full minute rest, minute 15 if you need it. And that wasn't too hard for me. But if that was hard for you, go in half a finger or half a hand, Go in a finger if you really need to. So I'm going to go hand, 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 hand. Now, at this point, I'm 3 full hands in. And this is pretty narrow, This is for me, this is what I can do. But you probably won't be as flexible. So I'm going to come to the top, get that head through. Get those shoulders, you don't want to be here. You want to be through. So what I do, get through at the top. I'm through. Squat down. And I want to make sure I'm at least horizontal, use a mirror, whatever you need. You want to make sure you're through in here. And this is uncomfortable for me. This is not super fun, but it's opening up my shoulders. It's all the tight muscles, not as tight. What I find is that the problem actually comes from tight muscles and stuff, and not your joint, but it's those tight muscles that pull on the joint and then create the joint pain. So you just need to get to this position where your muscles and all your ligaments and tendons and whatnot are in tension, but it's not painful. And I think most of us as athletes know the difference between pain and injury, and pain that could result in injury. So this is painful, but it's not going to injure me. It's just tight. And so it's been about a minute. I'm going to come up, and I'm going to rotate forward again. And that hurt, but now I'm super warm. And I'm going to give it 1 more minute. That was really tight for me. So at most, I'd probably go in 2 fingers, but I'm probably just going to go in 1 because that's pretty much my squat jerk width at that point. And You know, I would say whatever you want your grip to be. If you want your snatch grip to be here, work at least a hand in to where you're comfortable, a hand in. And so, been about a minute. 1, 2, 3. Do one finger would be there, and then same thing over here. 1, 2, 3. One finger would be there. That's pretty narrow. That's pretty darn narrow. But I'm gonna try it. It's gonna be tight. Bam. So from the side, again. I'm here. I'm not here. I'm here. I'm all the way out. Hold that for a minute. All right. It's been a minute. Now I'm warm. Now I'm ready to do whatever I need to do. Snatch, clean and jerk, on to whatever, and you're not going to be restricted.